Well, welcome, folks. Before we get to your questions that have been taped before, I want to tell you that we're having bitter cold. A killer winter weather from a monster storm is spewing ice, frigid cold, even tornadoes. More than 20 people have lost their lives so far, and millions are without power in hard-hit Texas, where another vicious ice storm is on the way. What else lies ahead for the three-quarters of the country that's already covered in snow? Charlene Aaron tells us what to expect.
More than 73% of the nation is covered in snow. Millions of homes and businesses are without power, with the forecast calling for more snow and ice. In Texas, millions remain in the cold and the dark as the state's energy grid struggles to cope.
Power's out, water's out.
There's no firewood anywhere, no stores open.
Natural gas, wind, and nuclear facilities knocked offline, and it could be days before they're back online. Many pointing the finger at ERCOT, the nonprofit organization that controls most of the state's energy.
This was a total failure by ERCOT. They showed that they were not reliable.
Some homes have lost heat for more than 36 hours, leaving families shivering in single-digit temperatures. Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church opening its doors as a warming center.
We were blessed this week to open our church as a shelter to take care of our fellow Houstonians. We helped a lot of people stay warm, eat good meals, and assisted them through this difficult storm.
The Salvation Army also helping storm victims.
Right now, the Salvation Army is opening or assisting with a number of cold weather shelters and warming centers. We're distributing hot food through our mobile canteens and through our existing facilities. We're even distributing clothing to the community.
Overnight, the storm dumped more snow on the Midwest. In Oklahoma, the capital recording its coldest temperature in more than a century Tuesday, negative 14 degrees. So far, more than 20 deaths have been reported as a result of the dangerous weather, including a woman and an 8-year-old girl who died in their garage trying to stay warm in a running car.
We got people trapped in structures that have collapsed.
Devastation in North Carolina as dozens of homes were destroyed and 3 people were killed and at least 10 injured as a tornado tore through. More wicked weather is on its way today, with ice and snow hitting Texas and Louisiana before moving north.
This ice storm that's coming is going to be vicious in East Texas and Louisiana on Wednesday. Now, that'll be mainly snow from Dallas northward on into Texarkana. 3 to 6 inch snowstorm that looks like D.C. to Boston, change to sleet and freezing rain.
Forecasters say the storms will continue to batter the country throughout the week before clearing out over the weekend. Charlene Aaron, CBN News.
We need to pray for our friends, but I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that about every, 50,000 years or so, we have a shift in the attitude of our planet. And we're looking not at global warming, but another potential ice age. And it's a question of how soon. So I wouldn't spend a lot of time worrying about global warming. What I would spend time being concerned about is there enough nuclear power? Is there enough oil, enough gas, enough coal to keep us warm when it really, really gets cold? But anyhow, our prayers are with our friends in Texas especially, and where I have my daughter and family down there and live in Dallas, and there's suffering going on. But anyhow.
Yeah. They're not used to it down in Texas. This is
sure
historic. This is truly historic.
Down there years ago. I had to, I think, be interviewed on a TV station in Fort Worth, and I was in Dallas, and I had to drive. And the weather went from 60-some degrees down to something like 20, and there was ice all over that road, and it was just so dangerous to go between Dallas and Fort Worth. And that was years ago, and now it's hit again.